Hey, where the hoes at? You see, that question right there has claimed the lives of more men than any disease ever will. And the homie Saul was no exception. So Saul was a 33-year-old father of 6. Yes, the man had 6 kids, multiple baby mamas, and the kids didn't live with him. So this alone tells me he spent every day of his 20s asking that same question I started out with. But at 33, he was really trying to turn things around for himself. He was like a construction worker, and with his father's help, he was able to get his own apartment. He was really trying to buckle down to be able to provide for that army of kids he got. But he just couldn't resist the chase and the excitement that different women bring. And you might be thinking, okay, so how did he chase these women then? Well, he chased women the same way a lot of dudes chase women in this day and age, flexing on social media. So on his Instagram, he'll post pictures of like designer clothes and all these designer watches, really trying to make himself look like a baller. And before you scoff at the notion of posting that kind of stuff, Saul did it for a very specific reason. It's because it works. And for Saul, it probably worked too damn well. So there is this woman, let's call her Suri. Suri slid into Saul's DMs one day and they kind of got the flirting back and forth. And after some time of this flirting, probably not too much time though, Saul invites Suri to his spot. Now Suri's thinking this dude got money based off of the type of posts that he makes. What really made her think Saul was balling was this one post where Saul posted like these 2 Rolexes on his Instagram. People really be believing what they see on social media. I don't know why. Suri really wanted to meet up with Saul. She needed this to go perfect. This is her chance to hook up with a big money man. So as she's getting ready to go to Saul's place, she hits him up and asks him if she can bring her homegirl with her. Now Saul jumps at the chance to have Suri bring a friend with her. And the plan is not for the homegirl to be sitting in the living room while Saul and Suri in the back doing their thing. No. The homegirl is to be a participant in the activities. At this point, I can imagine Saul was super hyped up. He's about to bag 2 women that hit him up on Instagram, all because he's flexing. They say there's 2 tragedies in life: not getting what you want and getting exactly what you're looking for. What Saul didn't know was that even though he was gonna bag these 2 women, they were really coming over to rob him. See, Suri and her homegirl were running this scam where they'd find men who they think are balling on Instagram and set them up for the okie doke. So the 2 girls pull up and they get to work. So Saul and the 2 ladies are chilling and flirting in the bedroom. They pour up some liquor. Suri puts some roofies in Saul's drink. They participate in some activities, all 3 of them together. And at this point, Saul's supposed to be knocked out cold so they can then rummage through his things and take whatever they want. Plus, when Saul wakes up, he shouldn't remember any of it. Tell me why. Suri screwed up the dosage. The amount she gave him wasn't enough to knock him out, but it was enough for him to know he had been drugged. I guess Suri had a contingency plan for something like this possibly happening, because she had 2 dudes who were driving around on standby that she called to come through and finish the job of robbing him. Now, while the dosage wasn't enough to knock Saul out, at this point, I'm sure he's still feeling pretty woozy. A couple minutes later, 2 dudes stormed the apartment. And in his woozy state, Saul tries to put up a fight. But one of the dudes has a blade and Saul's femoral artery gets cut. Suri, her homegirl, and the 2 dudes dash out of the apartment. Now, Saul tries to run after them, but in the hallway, he kind of passes out due to the blood loss. Unfortunately, he never woke up again. His body was discovered hours later, and police began their investigation. Saul lived in an apartment building that had video recording at the entrance. So the police were able to see, everyone coming in and going out of the apartment. Interestingly enough, the dude who stabbed Saul was seen on the video footage with a big blade, and he happened to be wearing a particular coat. A coat that happened to be over $1,000. A coat that only 69 people in all of the UK even had. Dudes are so desperate to be the flyest, they even have to commit crimes in expensive clothes. Plus, I'm sure you won't be shocked to hear this, But the 2 Rolexes that Saul had posted on his Instagram, they were fake. Saul had nothing of value in the entire apartment. So they had did all of that, and there was never going to be anything gained from it. So anyway, the dude who stabbed Saul, he ends up getting sentenced to life in prison. The other guy got 11 years. Suri got 10 years, and her homegirl got 7. Moral of the story, stop flexing on social media for the hoes, man.